Hey everybody, this is Herschel from for High School Top 200. This head-to-head battle of the first fives is brought to you by Fine Line Barbers in Hamilton. Get hooked up by my boy Vinny. Sit down and say, hey, High School Top 200, and you will get a discount on your haircut. It's on Alexander Street, so if you're here in Hamilton anytime, go get cut up by him and yeah, get hooked up. This first five battle is a big one for this game. Both players are some of the best, two of the best first fives that we have here in New Zealand, and they are similar in effect and similar in a leading role for their teams, not just because of first fives, but because the value that they bring to their position and to their team. For instance, for Rameka, it's a kicking game. It's a structured catch and pass and set up kind of game, things like that, where he really does. He keeps to the system. He keeps the ball moving. He attacks the line in steps, but also at the same time he has a great kicking game that also puts Hamilton boys on the front foot in terms of he can place it on the field where he needs to place it so that the defense can shut down easier and quicker, and they can get turnovers and things like that. Basically puts the decisions on the defense to make a decision, and then hopefully wish for them to make the bad decision. Rameka's got a really good mind on him and a good brain on him in terms of making decisions and then knowing how the momentum of the game is going and how to get his team back on the front foot and give them back the momentum that they need. Lincoln is a very he's a real deceptive kind of player, and he's one of those players where you already know what he's going to do, but you just can't stop it. He's got one of the best fakes. He's got one of the best fake passes that I've seen, and everyone falls for it, even though you know that he's not going to pass it. He's just going to take the ball. So, like, my advice for anybody, and my 2 cents for Hamilton, is just tackle him. Don't even fall for the fake, or don't even acknowledge that he's trying to fake pass. Just tackle him. If he steps towards the line and towards the defensive line as you're moving up, just tackle him. Don't worry about anything else. I think I'd rather you tackle him and him pass the ball already than you falling for his fake and then not actually tackling the guy who faked you, or tackling him and then turning around and then he's making 15-20 meters. So, like, you just have to make the tackle on him. Don't fall for anything else, or don't be deceived about what he's showing you. Just go with what you know. He has the ball, just tackle him. That's about it. But Lincoln is really good. He's just such a, and he's got really good footwork as well, and he takes off almost right away. These two are, I think we got 5 of the first fives in New Zealand who, our top 5 first fives in New Zealand, actually maybe 6, I think are all New Zealand secondary schools type of first fives that we want in New Zealand. And so these two are right in the thick of selection of first five. And so, and I actually think that this game here is going to be the decider which one is going to be in the second role of first five, because I actually think Harry Plummer will probably be the first five if he's fit and free to play. But if not those two, these two would be a perfect fit as well. So I think for the selectors' sake, and even for you as a viewer, if you watch these two, you decide who you think is better. But these two are two of the best that we have in the country. So for you as a viewer, you can make your own decision and make and see which one you think will be best for us and which one can control the game. Because I think this is going to be the trial for them, and this is going to be a trial for the selectors to say, okay, we need to go with this guy, and we need this guy to sit on the bench, or this guy to be maybe even in the Barbarians. I will be so massively surprised if these two don't even make Barbarians. I wouldn't be able to understand that, to be honest. They're just so quality. Both of them are so good, and they bring such a big change to your team, regardless of what team they're in. And I honestly think that even if they were in other teams, they would make the same effect that they have. So watch these two: Rameka Poihipi from Hamilton Boys, and then Lincoln McClutchie from Hastings boys. These two are just such good players. You know, Rameka's been around for a while now, and he's come up through the ranks. And I remember seeing both of these two at under 15s, and I remember seeing both of them and how they played, and they've actually really grown. And I've actually appreciated the fact that I've seen them grow into these first fives that they are right now. And Lincoln has one more year. He's going to come, and I hope he comes back. He's got the option to come back and still be under 18. So I hope he comes back, because I think that we would already have our first five for next year if he comes back. Have a watch of this game. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback, and yeah, take your pick. Peace.